girl. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my girl. Oh my god.
Yes! Oh my god!
Oh my god. Oh my girl.
Oh my god, girl.
I'm upset.
So is Honey.
So is Honey Bear.
So we got a little bit of tea for you, Cara, because you're the upset one. So go ahead.
So the video wasn't fucking recording the entire motherfucking time because it was on my low battery mode because I'm a ghetto motherfucking bitch.
This video
that you're seeing right here. So now part 2 is gonna be just her and I because we ain't doing that close up shit.
Yeah.
Because you and I don't look good in that close up shit. And let's be fucking real. Sorry.
So the first video is just gonna be like one-on-one, but this video is gonna be both of us.
I might be pissed enough where I just say audio for the first one, video for the second. I'm just kidding. She's like, I did not get in a fucking drag.
Full drag.
For audio for that one. Anyways.
I didn't wear my natural hair.
Well, listen, we spilled some fucking tea. And real
we're
quick,
going to spill more.
since we have the disclaimer right now before, you guys see the first part of the video. Any names that we mention, it is not shade. It is not mean-spirited. We are just spilling tea. We are just saying exactly what happened. If you don't like that it's tea, then maybe you should have done it 2 years ago. So
period.
Yeah.
That's all we're saying. So if you are mentioned in this, please do not send us a subpoena.
Correct, yes. Because we can't spell it. Anyways, okay. So where did we leave off? I don't know.
Okay,
Chris, where did we leave
pride.
off? I'm pissed off.
We're talking about pride.
Pride,
So,
happy pride.
The reason why Jeff told you that was, so right after the actual pride celebration, I got out of drag, and then me and Victoria were doing the booth. The beer booths at Legends.
Yes.
So
the bartending booth.
Yes, it was slow during the day. And I was like, I wasn't making anything. So I was like, Jeff, can I just perform? And he was like, you can perform if you
That's
do.
right. You were supposed to be bartending only. Okay.
So he said you can perform if you
perform with
do a
special
number
Cara.
with Cara, and because he didn't want to add two more numbers, and I was like, okay, I'm down. So then I called you, and then that was that.
And we did S&M.
The Britney Rihanna version. We both wore pink. I think you borrowed my pink.
I wore black and a pink belt, and you wore pink and a black belt.
Yeah.
We are what? Matching.
Stupid.
But it was
fun. It was hot.
It was one of our first times where we were like, we have to do this. Girl.
Also, it was a great performance because we both kind of like slightly had a competitive nature. Like, oh shit, I gotta make sure I fucking
who's gonna get the loudest applause?
Yeah. It was fun.
Okay, so Culture Shock ended. We went to DragCon though. In between DragCon,
so much fun.
That is when I feel like that was the spark of DeJa, the DeJa and Cara that you know now. Because here's the thing.
Because we're both stupid-natured.
Wait a
like,
minute, hold on. This is gonna be a really bad episode now.
No.
Oh
go
no.
for it. I'm here for it.
Somehow, DeJa and I were getting close at this point, and she made it a point. We all got told that for the first DragCon ever, Jeff bought us all tickets, and he said, we're all going to go in this big van. It's going to be a lot of fun.
You guys just have to
DeJa
share a room.
he said, you have to share rooms, so pick your roommates. DeJa took it upon herself to be like, I want a room with Cara Coronado and Camilla P. motherfucking Davis, and this motherfucking bitch. And Camilla and I were like, we were partners in crime at this point. And we would just do all the bad shit together, and we were like, let's do it. Let's room with DeJa because she'll be fun. She'll be a lot of fun. So
I got like flack from like the Dollhouse girls because
of me.
Yeah. So backstory: Victoria didn't come till later. That's why she wasn't in the van with us.
Yeah.
And she was gonna be with.
Well, she couldn't fit.
Yeah. She's going to be with her husband at the time. So they just got their own room.
Yes.
So I was like, well, I don't really like anybody else.
So we roomed together. We went on the ride up. It was already weird too, but because of Culture Shock, me, Camilla, and DeJa we were all really good friends at this point. Whereas the other girls, and at that point I was being shady too, and I wasn't allowing really any of the other girls to do Culture Shock. So I was like being hella
Venus
cunty.
was really mad about that. I remember specifically Venus was pissed.
They were like, why did she invite me? And I was like, well, I don't like you. But not now. I love Venus now.
Again, girl, this is just the story of us.
This was literally 6 years ago.
Yeah.
Craziness. So we went to LA
We told you a little bit of the story in the first.
Kind of. We touched on it. And we said we'll come back to it. And this is that moment.
Okay.
So we went, DeJa, Camila, and I roomed together. The probably best time ever.
That's fun.
So we immediately said, we need alcohol. DeJa's not a big drinker. Now, preface, DeJa is not a big drinker. I was probably the heaviest drinker.
Her and Camila could fucking take it down.
I was going to say, but I'm stupid drunk, but Camilla's just like, I'm cool. DeJa, however, we had never seen drunk. So we had said, let's go to Walgreens. It's right down the street.
Yeah.
The Pavilions. And we went to Pavilions. We got some alcohol. I remember DeJa was hitting on every boy that we walked by.
Yes.
And then I'll never forget, some guy was like, said to Camilla, like, damn, want to eat the booty like groceries or something.
Girl,
like
he
what
was
it?
sexy. So this guy came up. He didn't even look gay at all. He did not look gay.
And that was her type.
Yes. And I was like, girl. So he like walked. He like walked by. He's like, eat a booty. He walks back, looks at Camila, goes, eat the booty like groceries, and
like
walks
a question,
away.
like a
Camila
question.
now would have been like, hey, darling. But like, she was just like, wait. And I was like, bitch,
yes.
go for him.
I remember
what
that.
What are you talking about?
I fucking remember
go
that.
Go after him. What are you doing? Fuck us. Go. He was hot. He was so fucking
Sorry,
hot.
babe. I was saying. Well, this is right before Chris too.
He was
so I was
sexy.
single, so I was like,
he was sexy, bitch. But it was fun. Honestly, we her and Camila shared a bed because they were skinny, and I was the big one, so I needed my own bed.
She literally told us that. She was like, "You guys are skinny. You guys share a bed."
I literally was like, "I'm sorry, there's two."
We didn't have any funny business though, because we're sisters.
Yeah.
We're full sisters.
No, but it was honestly. So I got drunk every night, but the last night I got belligerently drunk. Like
the last night only, because I remember,
drunk,
you were drunk. Every fucking night, DeJa
But
Sky.
the last night, I remember specifically, like, I was
last night she was as drunk as I am.
Tilted.
Like, yeah.
I was tilted.
Not tilted. Not a tilt. Remember tilts? Like the Four Locos?
Oh.
Remember those?
I didn't know that's what that was.
Oh, yeah. Tilt, Four Loco.
Oh, I just thought tilted was drunk.
Oh, well,
whatever that slang word is. No, but I remember the last night, Jeff got us bottle service at Rasputin's, and he got one bottle. Oh, no, he's like,
bitch,
nope,
we
let
were
me get
at
two.
Rasputin.
And those bottles were like $200
yes,
each. I remember my drink being like halfway full, and then me pouring in more vodka rather than pouring in more juice. It was more vodka. I was so fucking drunk. I threw up that night.
I love
you
that
guys
for you.
went to go get pizza or something, and then I threw up that night.
So this was the night, well, one of the nights. This is the trip that, this is the trip that happened with Carmi, of course. You guys already know that story. But
Kermit!
there was so much.
Ironically, I'm very Kermit tonight.
Yes. Well, and I remember, I think that's when, so I had broken up with Harley at that point. And I think her and Veronica were together at that point. Maybe? I think so.
Yeah, but Veronica wasn't in Dollhouse yet.
Correct.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Veronica wasn't there.
Neither was Damon.
No, Harley was there. Harley was there. She looked like an orca. Remember in that dress? She did.
It was black and white, guys.
I remember we all took a picture and I was like, you look like an orca. She was like, you fucking
That sexy ass video though, whenever we
Bitch.
were walking, that was hot.
You're welcome.
That was hot.
You're welcome.
She was a videographer for the stars.
Yes.
And by stars I mean just me.
But every night it's so funny because the only reason we were so close was because of Culture Shock. And it's so funny because it was like the Exotica and the Dollhouse girls. And then we were like the Culture Shock girls.
It's true.
We were like,
it's
we're the party
true.
girls. And so I remember just us being so fun. I remember we went to Rage the first night.
Yeah.
And that's when I made it with Serena Chacha.
Uh-huh.
As a boy.
No, that was during the day. We went to Rage during the day.
But I made out with Serena Chacha.
Serena Chacha was fucking drunk.
And I made out with her.
She's like, hi, me some more. Yeah.
I
was like,
full on made out with Serena Chacha.
It's pretty gross.
I said, I'll kiss everyone here except for Serena.
Oh, you did.
Gross. And then we went out. We got ready. We went out. I remember we were like, bitch, we're going to go to DragCon in drag both days. None of us went in drag by the first day. We were all so hungover.
No.
We all barely woke up on time.
Well, Jeff only got his tickets just for Saturday because we were supposed to come back Sunday. The only person that went into drag, Emma went in drag on Sunday when we all left.
Yes,
because Emma, I guess her boyfriend or whoever was going to go with her, but she was in full
she was engaged. Yeah. But we had so much fun, and it was so fun because we all, if you've been to WeHo, it's all a few blocks, but like we just all kept going from club to club, and like,
bitch, Giselle did the worm through the crosswalk in
through
full
a fucking
drag.
crosswalk. I can't. And then you guys, and then you guys, I find out these guys fucking hooked up. Well, not DeJa, but Camila, Nadia,
with the paraplegic.
Giselle. They hooked up with some paraplegic, some boy with he had
was
a wheelchair.
though.
He was cute,
hot.
and there's nothing against paraplegics.
Yes.
But I was like, really?
No. So basically, this guy had one leg.
And that was his dick.
Yeah, had one leg. So I remember it was me, Giselle, and Camila were walking back, and Giselle was just like hollering at him. He thought, okay, yeah, come back to the hotel. So,
excuse you.
Woo!
These drinks are giving us
So
something.
me, ironically, I was the one that was just like, no, you guys go for it. So I remember it was Camila and Giselle trying to suck him up. They didn't do a good job of it. So they called Nadia. Nadia comes in, slurps his dick, but that's when Miss
Cara
Coronado walks in.
No. Nadia did it in an alleyway.
No.
Yes, I've seen
Friend,
the video.
Nadia
did it in an alleyway, and then they brought him back to the room because they were trying to fuck him. I swear. Girl, why was there brick then in that video?
That was another guy.
Oh, okay.
The next night.
Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah. Their paraplegic was in the room.
Back to my story. Just kidding.
Anyways, here's the thing.
Cara walks in.
I was no. I didn't walk in. I was trying to go to my room, but they decided to do it in our room, which is me, DeJa, and Camilla's room.
Yes.
DeJa you weren't in there.
I was in Harley's room.
You were in Harley's room.
Because I didn't want to be a part of it.
But they put the lock over it, so I was pissed.
She was mad.
Because I was ready to go to bed. I was so drunk. And if you guys know me, if I'm ready to go to bed and I'm fucked up drunk, that means I'm fucked up drunk.
And you guys know me. If I'm fucking hungry, I'm fucking hungry.
So I remember I was like, I yelled. I was like,
mad.
You guys need to open this fucking door right now. I was so...
The guy got up, hopped out of the thing.
Yes. And then DeJa got up. The guy got up real quick. I remember they all like ran out. I remember they were like, she's the party boober. I was like, whatever, I don't give a fuck.
Nadia said
Camilla was like, Nadia said that, of course. And then Camilla was like, I'm sorry. Of course, because she's my sis. Yeah. And I was like, I don't care what you guys do, but I just need to get into my... Like, you guys could do it, but let me into the room so I can just at least go in my bed, fall asleep while you guys suck the shit out of this paraplegic's dick. Like, I don't care. Do what you need to do.
I do remember specifically... Maybe you don't remember this, but the next night...
Oh my God, I'm nervous.
The next night, I was drunk, right? I was drunk. It was so funny because the next night, lo and behold, who ended up having a hookup at the hotel room?
Was it me? Was it me?
Yes, bitch.
With who?
Some random guy in the bathroom.
Sorry, babe.
Girl. So like, no, it was Chris.
It was Chris, and that's how we met him.
No, it was so funny because
was he cute?
I don't know, but Giselle and Camila were so pissed because they were like, Cara came in and stormed, and then she ended up hooking up, and I was like,
I wanted them out because we were gonna do the full on doo doo.
But like it was, but they were
but
they were just upset.
Wait, I remember this though because I went in and Giselle. They weren't there, but they were coming back, and I was like, "Go do something else because I'm gonna hook up with this guy." And they're like, "Well, DeJa's in the room," and I was like, "Okay."
I was asleep.
No, you were not asleep. You fucking liar.
I was asleep.
DeJa, this is the night you were belligerent drunk. You were throwing up in the restroom the entire time. We hooked up while you were throwing up in the restroom.
Yeah.
Right. You were. I remember because
quiet peanut gallery.
I remember because I was putting something, and he was like, and I remember hearing.
Okay,
and here's the thing: she didn't throw him in the toilet; she threw him in the bathtub.
Yeah, I'm not a.
She's not a dainty woman. She's I love memory so much.
I'm that person that throws up my body weight onto something.
And then eats it again.
Yeah. Like, I don't know how people, because I think I've heard you throw up before, and you just hear the sound of splatters.
No, you hear like a, and then that's it. That's it.
You hear Tasmanian devil out of my fucking...
Joey, her throw up, where she was like...
oh my God! At Wednesday.
At fifth quarter.
Yeah, where she was just...
She threw up once in the bathroom, and she was like...
I'm done. And I was like...
It was like this. I swear, it was like this. It was... That's all it was. Meanwhile, DeJa and I are over there. Like,
girl.
If I throw up, though, it's just one. That's all. But, like, DeJa's the worst. I'm second, but Joey Marie Leo's was like...
Yeah. I hate it because it tends to always come out of my nose.
Ew.
It's so disgusting.
You know what's
It's
funny?
so gross.
But like the memories we had at WeHo were so bitch. And this is the thing. This is how young we were. Is that we were throwing up and then going, okay, cool, I'm good to go back out. That literally was the tea. We were like, let's go out again. I remember I threw up at Rasputin. I hung out with Melissa. That's when we met with Melissa
and Pablo.
Yeah. Oh, we went to go. No, the first night was Pablo. That was with Carmen.
Yeah. Because we were, and that was Carmine.
And I'm not gonna lie, I was full on feeling my like celebrity fantasy. I was like, "Don't worry, guys, I know Pablo."
Fully, she was like,
and Pablo was like, "Who are you?"
It was so funny. She was like, "Guys, I can get us in this time." Hey, Melissa. Hey, okay, so let me introduce you.
I will say Rasputin though Melissa worked because Melissa was like, "Oh, hi, Cara, how are you, mija?" Very that. And then I remember I hit my head in front of her and I was so embarrassed.
That was pretty.
And then I remember I was wearing that bobby pins wig that I thought was the fucking shit
that you wore for years. After
yes,
that.
or the baby slut. You smell like a baby prostitute.
Oh, baby prostitute.
Baby prostitute.
That's true. That was a great. Honestly,
such a fun trip.
I think it's like
Queens wish they could have this trip.
I think it's like top 2 of my favorite memories of drag. Honestly, it was so fucking good.
It was the most fun, and then the funniest
no
thing,
one fought. Everyone got along.
Everyone.
Well, minus that altercation, but where you barged in.
Oh well, but even then they weren't even mad. They just went off to the laundry room and sucked him off. Okay, so they were like, "Cool, whatever." Fine. Yeah,
he just hopped.
He just they wheeled him over.
He was cute though. He was really fucking cute. Yes. Apparently,
fucking angry bird.
Apparently, Giselle got his number, and they had been talking, and then Giselle went back to LA for something with Emma, I think, and apparently they met up again.
I can't. They see me rolling.
Hating. Rolling.
That was such a fun trip. I wish I could go back in time and just revisit that. Not for the dick sucking purposes or the having sex with
I wish I would have sucked dick.
What a fun time.
It was
my
fun.
God.
It was a blast.
Okay, so then we came back and then shit went crazy with Culture Shock, of course. Yeah. We already talked about that.
So now let's talk about us leaving Legends.
Okay. So then Legends is bust. No one's coming to the Legends because they were going to Fab.
No one's coming to the Legends.
DeJa left first.
Yeah,
well, okay, wait. What year did you leave?
2017.
Okay.
I left December of 2017. And then I went to... I was one of the hosts for Fifth Quarter Illusions.
Yes.
That's when Priscilla had left. And then I remember Cisco. I said... Because again... I don't put all my eggs into one basket. I like to scatter them around. I was at UPOP that Thursday. And I go... So Cisco, he's like, yeah. I was like, so hypothetically speaking, if I was looking for other employment, would I be able to? He's like, of course, yeah, absolutely. He did tell me that he had plans of doing like a brunch, and he wanted me to host it. But the thing is, they didn't have a food license, so they had to find a vendor.
Gotcha.
So it was like impossible to find a vendor, so that fell through. But yeah. I left December of 2017.
I remember that. I remember.
You're trying.
I am a little bit tipsy. So I remember though. Should I go put my other wig on? I should put my other wig on. I should. I'm just kidding. It's a bang wig.
No.
It's cute.
This one.
It's a moment.
Keep it.
Okay, I'm J-Lo. Okay, so I remember though that I was actually going to leave Exotica.
Oh yeah, before
2007. Yeah. Actually, like not to DeJa the DeJa, but I was about to leave before she was.
She was.
And I was gonna leave, and I remember after my Gaga performance.
Beg you.
No, she didn't have to beg me, but I looked at her, and here's the thing: if you haven't realized by now, I full on love Diva Exotica. That is my soulmate. That is my girl. Like, but if she wasn't such what's the word when you want to stay inside? Not an inclus. What's it called? An introvert. If she wasn't such an introvert, I would be with her every second of the day.
Time.
But she likes to be inside. So
she's a professional introvert.
She is a professional introvert
So she's doing fine during quarantine.
Yeah, she's doing. Oh, she loves quarantine. But I love Diva. My every time she talks about me, every time I talk about her, we both cry. So I love her. She's my number one.
Mainly because
besides DeJa, she's literally her and DeJa. Her and DeJa are tied to my number one people in my world. Correct.
You look smaller in comparison.
I love pictures next to them. No, but I love her, and I remember she just looked at me and I was like, okay, I'll stay.
Yeah.
You know, and I stayed for one more year. But I was supposed to leave 2017 Gaga performance.
I do remember this. Correct me if I'm wrong.
What?
I remember the reason why you were going to leave is because Jeff would not allow us. And I do remember DeJa having a talk with Jeff and said, Cara's leaving.
Mm-hmm.
My number one person is leaving if you do not let us perform out of the places. Straight up. And then Jeff came back with, there was stipulations. Remember? It was like, oh, you could do this. But literally, Cara, this girl,
I was the reason for that last year because
that we
people
were allowed to perform at
So
other
the reason
places.
you were allowed to perform at FAB.
Yeah. Fab,
Because of me.
Illusions again.
Because, and again, this isn't, I promise you guys, this isn't anything about gloating or being like, oh, I was the first one. It's nothing. Excuse me. Wow, why did this get so gassy?
I don't know.
But I promise this is nothing like that. But in reality, I really was the first. I performed at Fab first, and I was the one that was like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. It wasn't that they wanted DeJa over me or David
No, they
DeJa.
didn't.
It wasn't because, as a matter of fact, it was actually 3 people. It was me, you, and Emma. Were the main 3
Emma
people
performed
performing
every fucking Friday.
girl. She performed more.
She performed more at Dollhouse than fucking
Yes!
I mean,
or
she
Fab more
performed
than all. She literally did. I remember having this conversation with Jenny. I was like, Emma performs more at Fab than she does at Dollhouse.
I told Emma at a meeting, I said, dude, are you still in Dollhouse? She's like, yes. And I was like, you perform more at Fab than Dollhouse. So what's the tea?
It's the fucking tea. So, I mean, again,
Shout
no
out
shade.
to you, Emma Berry. I love you.
Hey, Emma Berry. But
Emma Berry.
So yeah. So but let's be real. Like
she was a scapegoat for the reason.
I have always been the bitch that's like, I'm gonna push buttons. I don't care. I mean, and that's foreshadowing for the rest of my career.
I started off as that in Dollhouse, but then I was like,
well,
there was no other option.
But here's the thing.
There was no other option.
DeJa started out as being very like, I probably am a bad influence on you, but like she started out being very like, I'm gonna play it safe. I'm gonna do what I need to do.
At first, in Dollhouse, no.
Now DeJa is very like, I'm gonna do what DeJa wants to do,
because
not what you want me to do.
I listened to people my entire career. Like in CoverGirls, I listened to Patty.
Yep.
And then in Dollhouse, I listened to
DeJa
Jeff.
became her own motherfucking boss.
Well, that's why.
Correct.
We
work, bitch. Look at us benefiting each other. You benefited me at the beginning of my career. I benefited you towards the end. I was like, hey, be crazy like me.
And let's leave.
What?
Nothing.
Oh shit. Okay, so then, what was the talking about?
Okay, so I left December of 2017. She officially left summer of 2018.
May, right after my birthday.
Wow.
Right after my birthday.
What was the
No one came to my birthday show.
Are you serious?
I'm just kidding. No, people came, but I was so like,
What was the reason?
It wasn't.
What was the reason?
Here's the thing. It wasn't Exotica. It wasn't. And I think this is kind of the same thing for you.
But what was the reason? What pushed it over the edge?
I'm saying it.
What was the reason, bitch?
I'm saying it. So it wasn't Exotica. It wasn't Diva. It wasn't the girls.
She's getting choked up.
It was the venue.
Okay.
That was making me upset.
Okay.
Everything. If Exotica was somewhere else, I would have stayed with Exotica for the rest of my life. I would have been fine with that.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
But I really would have. And I feel like and I think you know this too, is that I feel like if Diva had ever gone on or decided I'm not no more, I think she would have trusted Exotica with me. That I would have said, "Yep, I'm gonna keep your message." And Diva knows this too,
and your legacy going.
And I call her all the time, and she hates it, but I call her my drag mom because she's really the one that like taught me.
It's
to be
true.
me.
No, it's true.
She really is.
She made you kind of like.
She's made Cara Coronado the Cara Coronado she is today. Everybody else made her Cara Coronado, but she made me like me. I
added to you too.
You for sure added to me.
So you know how Cara's
I have 100 drag moms.
So you know how Cara said like she had a big influence on me towards the end of my career. I had a big influence on her the same exact way as in like I would be like, why are you afraid to host? Why are you afraid to do this? Why are you afraid to do that? Why are you afraid to do? And it's just like, girl, just be you.
Yeah.
And do what you want to do. Like, because Cara, for a time, she did hold back. You did hold back, kind of just like, well, I don't know if I want to do that. Or there's this. And I'm like, but girl, just do whatever the fuck you want to do.
Well, I think that's the thing that's like so like hard.
It's difficult.
It's difficult. Because I had always held back for so long.
Yeah.
And when you had told me like be you, and then people were still like, I don't know. It just made me feel like, well, is it you?
Yeah.
Is it you that's like wrong? And that, and the fact that you would be like, Cara, like you be like, you always hyped me up.
Yeah.
Every moment, even when I felt like the most like,
low. Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, friend. Oh my God. Friend.
I didn't mean. I really wasn't expecting.
Oh my
this.
gosh.
Want a hug?
No.
No, because it's gonna make it worse, friend. Are you okay?
Yeah. I just.
Oh shit.
Sorry.
No, speak your truth, girl.
I just feel like when I like when I felt like my most ugliest, or when I felt like it was. Oh my God, I'm sorry.
Girl, speak your truth. Don't apologize.
When it wasn't me, or it just didn't feel like it was being me. Like you and DeJa were the only two that were like, keep going and keep being you, and just keep
Pushing.
on being you.
Yeah.
Like, you guys have been the only two that have never told me to be something else than I wasn't wanting to be, and it like. I've always felt 100% me when I'm by you, and I've always felt 100% me when I'm by DeJa or Diva. And it's just not, like that's why I get so like hard on myself sometimes, because I'm just like, when I see other people criticizing me for being like, oh, she's too much, or she's too drama, or she's too this, I'm just like, you don't even know
What you've got
the real fucking me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just like,
yeah. I remember one thing Cara told me that stuck with me. She said, we were doing an interview for a game show, like a Skype interview.
yeah.
And Cara, we set everything up, and then Cara looked at me and she's like, okay, do you want me to be me, or do you want me to tone it down? And I was like, what do you mean? And she was just like, do you want me to just be myself, or do you want me to? And I was like, I'm confused. Like, have people told you this? She's like, my entire career, whenever she felt like she was being herself, people would tell her that that's wrong, or that's too much, or that's that. And it really was like, damn, like, in that instance, it kind of clicked. And I almost was like, oh shit, that's kind of true. Like, and so, no one should ever tell you how to be yourself, okay? You're the only person that knows when you're being authentic. And for someone to stifle your creativity, to stifle what you love to do, which is drag, to stifle anything, it's bad. Yeah. That's why Cara, 2020 has been a really rough year, but 2020 for Cara, she's branched out a lot, and she's done tons of things that she has always wanted to do. She's always wanted to fucking DJ. She's always wanted to do video production. No, she's always wanted to do stuff, and it finally was like, girl, because we could be here today and gone tomorrow, straight up. And so why live your life under someone else when you can just be yourself?
Yeah.
I love you, Sam.
I love you. I love you. And I literally say this all the time. Like, I've told Chris this too before. I'm like, DeJa and Diva are the two. Well, of course, Chris did too. He saved Brandon. But I feel like,
hey!
but I feel like DeJa and Diva are the ones that like saved me, and were like, you're like, anytime I've ever felt like you're going here, girl, they've always been the one that's like, you're on the right track. Sure. Like, the craziest performances that, like, no offense, but like that DeJa can never get away with, like for example, like my mom one, like it makes me tear up all the time. I was just watching the video the other day, and it teared me up, because it's like, I'm doing my mom performance, and I'm throwing babies on the floor, making peanut butter jelly sandwiches to call me mother.
Clintons and Obamas.
But and that moment there, that you're like, bitch, you just said Clinton and the Obama, and I watch her, and she's just making it rain on me. Like, she's just such a good friend, and she's literally like, the craziest idea I have, she's always like, okay, sis, if that's what you believe in, like, do it. And she's never told me not to be me. She's always said, be you, but at 100%.
Sure.
Don't ever be you at 80. Don't ever do you at 70, because people will see that. People will go, oh, you're not, something's wrong.
People can read through unauthenticity.
Unauthenticity.
I don't even know if okay.
It's a word.
Okay. We as drag queens, yes, this is a character, this is a persona. However, we are the type of queens where you can see if we're being if we're ourselves,
Yeah.
or if we're not ourselves. I've done voiceovers for like YouTuber shit, and I'm just like, I don't sound like me. I sound like I'm trying to like heart.
Yeah.
And we can tell. I can tell. When
I've told you that. I've told her that. I'm like, you don't sound like you.
When I'm not being me, it is 100% obvious. When she's not being her, it is 100%.
There's so many outtakes of this podcast where we're both like, you're not being you.
It's true.
Or you're not being Cara. Or you're not being DeJa. But like,
because in a sense, yes, we don't care what people think.
Yeah.
But in a sense, in order to be successful, we do have to almost not take into consideration, but we do have to almost slightly care how we're being perceived to the audience.
I don't care what people think, but I care about what the people I care about think.
Sure.
If that makes sense.
Sure.
Like, and that's,
I think you're awful. Just kidding.
But no, like, I mean, and that's the thing is like, for me, like the only opinions that matter are like the people that like I care the most about.
Yes.
So like, and again, it's only because DeJa has ever been like, girl, that's fucking sickening. Do it. Like
I live for her. She's one of the most creative people I know. Like straight up.
What was the one that you ran? Like you told me to do, and I was like, no, I don't want to do it. And you're like, Cara, do this. Chewbacca was the mix. And you were like, do this mix, and I was like, no, it's stupid.
I screamed my fucking ass off. We were on our way to a gig, and it randomly played.
And you were like, what is this?
I was like, what is this?
Yeah. And I remember even like Christopher was the one that was like, well, not the one, but he was somebody that was like, I don't know, babe. I don't know. Like, he's so protective over me.
Damn it, Christopher.
No, he's so protective over me where he's like, babe, I just don't know if they're going to get it. I don't know if they're going to like understand it. And I don't want you to get upset by it. Yeah. Because there have been shows where I like, for example, the first time I did my TV mix, dead, crickets.
That was Legends, correct?
Legends.
Okay.
I did it in Modesto randomly on a whim. It became iconic. Everybody wanted to buy it. Everybody, and it's something I still do. Yes. And I think that was something that I was like, oh, I need to listen to people that like care about me rather than like that. But
also, you know what it is, and like no tea to anybody else. Working at Fab helped us in the sense where we could literally do something that we had thought of and was like, no, it would not work at Legends, or it would not work here. At Fab, it was a place where we could literally go the completely
you know
out
what
of the
it
box.
was? It's that when we went to Fab with Legends, we wanted to do stuff, and this is where I give kudos to Cisco and Terry so much, is that, and I hope everybody that watches doesn't think that we are leaving Fab with bad remorse or like that we hate Fab. It's nothing against that. We love Cisco and we love Terry. But the thing, and if they're watching this, we both love you so much. But the thing was is that what pushed us so much more was that when we had a crazy idea, instead of it being like, ooh, bitch, that's too crazy, it was, okay, but what else?
Yep.
It was never, that's enough. It's, what else are you going to do?
Damn!
It's true. It's true. We always were like, ooh, so DeJa and I and all the queens there were pushed. And I wish, here's the thing, themed shows are not something that happens every day for shows.
Sure.
So like we as queens and every Fab queen, even the weakest, whoever you may think it is, and whoever the strongest you may think it is, queens, kings, I should say, because of Maximus, of course. Shout out to you, but every person was given the task of a hard task, essentially.
Cisco likes to do eclectic creative themes. He's not like, let's do 80s, let's do this.
No, it was like 80s zombies, 80s,
let's do crazy, let's do like...
What's been your favorite Fab theme?
I was still talking.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh my God. There's too many. I loved, every year we always do a witch. I love doing that because I love seeing
that one.
Bury a friend.
Because I fell. That's why. Because I fucking fell. That's why. Because I fell.
I know you. Thank you so much for $5.
Really? From where? Message me later.
I also, oh my God, I loved the
Krampus?
The little girl. No, not little baby theme.
Oh yeah,
I love the baby theme because it's so fucking cute. Seeing Lay in a fucking diaper, that was hilarious.
Bitch.
And the chocolate fudge, or was it poop? No, I'm just kidding.
It was probably poop.
I do love Krampus though. I love the Krampus.
One of my favorites, just because I did so bad at it, was the fruit show. Remember the fruit bowl?
No one did good at the fruit show, bitch.
No, time out. So here's what happened. It was a fruit bowl show. But everybody apparently got the idea that, like, We should be
like actual fruit.
abstractish. No. Everybody got the idea that we should do like an interpretation of fruit. Like you did strawberry.
I did bananas on my shoulders,
okay, you did
right?
watermelon or no strawberry.
Racist.
Why can I talk? You did bananas. Priscilla did strawberries or watermelon.
Priscilla did watermelon.
Leilani did strawberries.
No, she did raisin.
Okay, whatever.
Have you been to the show?
I went to the show. Somebody did something. Somebody did something. Okay, listen. But you guys all did very like fashion-y interpretations of the show.
No, we didn't. We dressed like the friend. Were you there?
Yes.
We dressed
you
like
had a
fruit.
You had a jumpsuit on.
With big bananas.
Correct. No,
Lane was an actual raisin.
No, time out. Before we get to all that, I was dressed like a fucking avocado.
Because it is a fruit.
No, but like a costume avocado with rhinestones over it.
Yeah.
Bitch, when I have that Sasha, when I could have that Sasha belt, I think I misunderstood the assignment.
No.
That's when it was. No, I mean, it was great, but like, it was so, I felt so stupid that day. I was like,
loved your.
I really misunderstood this.
I also loved your Area 51. I loved your Space
Oh, the
Jam.
Space one? That was fun.
So
and I did that hungover.
Love that.
We all were hungover. Remember?
We did Work the
World the night before, and I was running around the thing. Isis took off. I was in the front of the theater sitting with some random drunk people.
Isis fully budged people like, get out of my way.
I thought I was in the show. I was like, oh, hi, I'm doing meet and greet outside. Nobody was there.
I was a stage.
Mm-hmm. You know what one of my favorites of yours was? Oh, did you hear that, Tongue Mom? What is this?
Okay, back to me.
Oh, okay.
One of your favorites.
Was sorry, I was trying to remember it. What was the theme for it? Well, the Krampus one was good. I didn't see it, but it was good.
Because I looked different from everyone else. I was
correct.
Like abominable.
You were a winter Krampus. But there was one that was like, oh, bitch, she nailed it tonight. Oh, your Rose one.
Oh,
that was such a good one.
That was for the Dios de los Muertos show.
Remember when nobody was there?
But I still turned the fuck out.
No, you turned it the fuck. Actually, no, that was the first one that you did it. That everybody was there.
No,
the second one you did it. Nobody was there. You just repeated again because it was the day after. Friday was the day after Halloween.
Yes,
and so we had just done. Literally, you had just done Wednesday, Thursday, and Thursday was Halloween, and we did Hocus Pocus. And then Friday,
iconic.
And Friday, Cisco had even told us, he was like, "It's probably not going to be many people, girls." And we were like,
so
"Okay."
I just did the same thing that I did last year.
Lo and behold, I came along and did La Chona, and I got all the Mexicanos out.
It was cute.
It was real cute.
Really cute.
But
whenever you do Mexican, whenever you do Spanish, wow.
People are always really
they love it.
Yeah, but they're always really like intrigued that I do Spanish. I'm like, yes, I am Latina.
Yeah. Hi.
I am. Look at me. Look at these highlights, girl.
Yeah.
I am a fucking Latina.
No, but I think they like go off because you know the moves and everything. I love it.
Oh.
You and Maximus have that in common. Like.
Yeah. Oh, Maximus is my favorite with when she does her fucking ranchetta stuff. But I think some of your best performances have been Oopop. Those are the ones where people were like,
okay,
bitch.
Like,
no, because by the time they realized,
I kind of agree.
The times where they realized you were the host, they were like, oh.
She means like performance dance wise. That's what you're talking about.
Correct.
Because at Oopop, you actually have to try and turn it out. Whereas on Fridays, you can do something eclectic that you couldn't do at Oopop.
Correct.
So I think she means like, bitch, I'm fucking split. Do you remember? It was like February. No, it was January of last year. Do you remember when I did the double pirouette to the floor?
Bitch.
Didn't break a knee, didn't break an ankle.
Didn't break a knee, but a whole Japanese island went underwater because of the tsunami.
No, it's true. I can turn stuff out when I need to, but
I was gonna say, in case you guys haven't noticed, when Fab opened, that's when DeJa and I became super, super close because we were booked out of town, and DeJa was like, "Hey, do you want to carpool?" We talked about this in the first episode, I think. Basically, we carpooled, we became friends, all that fun stuff. But it literally has been like the best friendship of my life, and I think that out of all the queens that I've become friends with, you're my absolute best friend.
Oh, I love you, sis. I love you.
Thank you.
And
can't wait till the next episode we talk about why we broke up.
Yeah. It's crazy because I think we had this discussion. We both. I asked her. I said, Do you think that this would have ever happened? Like, could you have imagined us being this close? And both of us were like, no, we couldn't have.
Nope.
And it wasn't because we hated each other. It was just like, I guess we just didn't see eye to eye until later on down the road.
Well, we finally understood each other. And we finally said, wait, you're like me.
Yeah.
I'm like you. Mm-hmm. Why are we hating each other?
It's true.
And it was we just clicked.
No, it's once we said like, why are we doing this when we could have done this? Like we literally wasted 5 years?
Yeah. It was kind of like music. Honestly, imagine if DeJa and I were this close way back when. Bitch, the scene would be different. We would have fucking taken over.
We would have opened up our own club.
Even in Culture Shock, she would have been like, Cara, you're drunk. Snap out of it, and she would have been like, all right, next theme. She would have. She really would have.
Still been
She'd have been like, don't listen to Cara. She's drunk. I'm taking over real quick. The next theme is Pirates.
Dang.
Cool. And it would have been on. But who knows where we would have been at, but obviously everything happens for a reason. Yeah. So then we went to Fab. We became best friends. We did shows together up and down California. Mm-hmm. We left Fab. Why did we leave Fab? Let's air it out.
Well, let's air it out.
Cisco. I'm just kidding.
No, I think here's the thing.
Time.
We worked at Splash or Badlands before we even worked at Fab.
Before Fab.
So, it was always in like the cards for us almost.
I was gonna say,
like it was always something that we had wanted to do, and it's always been on the table.
And just so everybody in Fresno knows that Fresno Splash or Splash Fresno has been something in the works for over 6 years.
I was about to say.
Literally.
Yeah.
We're tired.
Yeah.
Already working at Splash. We're already ready for a fucking vacation.
No, it's true. So there was no like, it was more or less like, it wasn't something we had like thought about forever because I was happy at Fab. You were happy at Fab. I loved
Fab.
having Ooh Pop. I loved Friday. Like
it was
a blast. Like it really was, but it was just more or less, we just talked and we just said like, we would be kind of stupid not to take a golden opportunity.
Correct. In a sense though, with Splash, it just was like, okay, well, look, this opportunity arises. Who else is going to do it? It's going to be us. And, so forth.
And we wanted to do both. And lo and behold, we wanted to do both.
But we understood that it doesn't make sense and to do both. And so, especially when you're 25 feet away from each other.
Sure.
So, we have no bad blood with Fab.
None.
We love Fab.
None.
And if you get the chance when Fab is open again, if you're watching this after the pandemic that we're in, please go to Fab because they have the most sickening DJs, the most sickening bartenders, the most sickening everything. Mm-hmm. We love Fab, absolutely.
Yeah.
But please come and visit Splash too.
Yeah.
And hopefully when this video, if you're watching this 6 months from now, hopefully Splash is open and we're in a gig.
Girl, because honestly, like, we miss drag. We love drag. Like, we just miss it. We miss the energy from the audience. We miss being able to pick up $1 bill. Come on.
Yeah.
Like, we just miss that. It's sad.
Oh, well. I guess what shows from this episode is that will never change is me and DeJa's friendship. Even if we do separate and we do go separate ways and we do have separate gigs, there will always be love and we will always be DeJa fucking Sky and fucking Cara Coronado. So,
and this podcast will always be around.
And this podcast. Yes. Yes. Man.
Yes, girl mama.
Whoops. But yeah. When I was just a little girl, my mama used to tuck me into bed.
She sings.
It's
then
only
one day I realized the very
No, that's Dorinda.
No, it is not. It is her. I just made a Cheetah Girls mix. I just made a Cheetah Girls mix.
Dorinda says, I lie in bed and think about the people that I want to be.
Then one day I realized.
No, it's Chanel that sings.
No, it is not. Raven.
Look at the song.
I just made the mix.
I don't give a fuck.
Raven
look at the song.
Sings the first part of it, then Chanel, then Dorinda.
Chanel's the one with the lift.
No.
Chanel's the one with the lift.
Chanel is not the one. Chanel is Adrienne Bayonne.
Correct.
She doesn't have a list.
She's from Barcelona. What about Marisol? What about Marisol?
Oh my God.
You gotta believe in yourself.
So why?
I'm Cara
again.
motherfucking Coronado.
And I'm DeJa Sky, and thank you for tuning in to
Oh my God, girl!
My friend's talented. I didn't even know.
Yes, I play the drums.
This was a live episode. We hope to do these
every 10 episodes.
Every 10 episodes,
Or
we
so.
hope to do these ish around there.
Yes.
But thank you guys. We love you. I love you.
Goodbye. I love you. Bye.
That was cute.
Word.
You're fucking drunk.
I'm not drunk. I'm just You're fucking drunk. I love you. I really did not expect it as emotional.
Hey,
That was authentic.
emotion is okay.
I know. I really. Woo.
She gotta pee. She gotta pee.